everybody, welcome to my Flosstube. I am KatieCat14 and this is my channel Stitching in Chaos. I come to you live from Alaska. I'm not really live and I'm always in Alaska because I live here. So this is my scenery. It's super beautiful. It's a little bit cloudy. I like to do my Flosstube channels in the summer outside so that you guys can see some of what we enjoy here in Alaska. I don't really know where I'm at today. I just kind of traveled down the highway. I traveled down the highway until I found a really pretty spot to show you. And this spot is really pretty. But I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Hold on. This is my view today. And again, just right by the highway. You have the mountains, you have the valleys, you have the rivers, you have the forests. Alaska pretty much gives you everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and get set up now, and when I'm all set up, I'm gonna give you a life update. I'll see you in a little bit. And I'm here right in front of this perilous cliff. So it's gonna be really windy today, and you'll probably hear the noise from the traffic. I hope it's not that bad, and if it is, I'll just re-record the video. But I'm gonna show you what I've been doing. So this is what I've been doing. I do not have much stitching progress for you. I have a huge life update for you. Things have been very busy at my house. I have, hold on. Sorry, I had to readjust my camera again. So, oh no, it fell. This isn't working. It'll be okay. Life is chaotic, that's my theme, right? And that really was true. I haven't seen you guys in the last 2 months. And I don't have very much stitching to show you. So what happened was, in May, I took on 2 part-time jobs as well as finishing up my homeschooling for the year. And it was just really busy and really stressful, and I didn't get to stitch at all in May. So in June, I went down to 1 part-time job, and it was easier, and so I did get some stitching in. But if you'll remember, we're gearing up for an international Pathfinder camporee, my boys and I, my oldest. And part of that is pin collecting. So at Pathfinder camporees, it's very popular to go around trading pins with everybody. So these are some of my pins that I've gotten to trade at the camporee. I'm super pleased with what I have. I actually have probably more than I should have. I have a lot. These are some of the pins that my son has collected, or that I have given him. This one is currently his favorite. It's an articulating lizard. And his second favorite is this little pin right here. He likes how it changes colors. Pretty cool. And then my other son has this hat of pins. He's very excited about it. His favorite pins he's put somewhere else. This is his dragon. So you'll notice that I'm not wearing my glasses. I recently got contacts, and I kind of go back and forth pretty evenly. I wear my contacts sometimes, and I wear my glasses at other times. Oh, I hope it doesn't start to rain. Okay, so fun fact, it is actually 9:37 here. In the summer, the sun doesn't go down until 11, sorry. Numbers are hard. 11:47 is when the sun sets here. And then this time of year, the sun is actually setting earlier and earlier. So it'll go from 11:47 in the summer to about 3:30 in the winter. And it also rises earlier in the summer and rises later in the winter. So our daylight hours go from like a lot of daylight hours to a little bit of daylight hours in the winter. I don't know if you can tell, our cottonwood seeds are flying, so it kind of might look like snow a little bit. It is not snow, not here. Really big life update. My boys were using my phone to brush their teeth. They have an app that kind of helps them. And they knocked my phone off the counter accidentally, and it broke, and I lost all of my patterns, everything. I lost everything that I had saved to my phone and forgot to save onto our computer. I lost everything, all of my progress in Pattern Keeper. So all of my big projects like my frog and my treasure island, everything that I had on my Pattern Keeper is gone. And I had to get a new phone, and that was a really big deal, and I cried a little bit. I mean, that's a lot to lose. So I brought some things. I did start the fungus Sal. It's okay, I don't have any notes, not surprising. It's a stitch along, and it's where you make a book, and you have a whole bunch of pages that you make also, and you sew into the book. So this is my progress on the book. I haven't made any of the pages yet. I just got this stitched out. I had to make sure that was the front I was showing you. I'm like, oh no. So see the back, it's just very similar. I had to make sure I was showing you the front. I'm really excited. I don't actually like the witch's handbook that goes on this one. So I'm going to make it say something like the mycelia handbook or something about mushrooms on the back of it. This is the back, the front cover will be here. But that's been really fun to stitch. I've really been enjoying it. And you can see I did get quite a bit of progress. So this is really heartbreaking. This is my frog. I did not get it finished in time, but everything is okay anyway. The only progress I made was here and a little bit more in the hat, but you probably can't tell because it's super busy. So this is my frog. I'm gonna tell you, this has a ton of stitches in it, and it's very, very difficult putting all of my progress back in Pattern Keeper. In fact, I don't have all of my progress in Pattern Keeper yet. It's gonna take me forever. And the colors look so similar sometimes. I'll just show you again the lid here. This is Steampunk Frog by Hey Lady Creations. And the colors just look so similar that it's really hard to figure out where my progress even is. So I'm really struggling with this one. I will keep going, obviously. But it's difficult losing all of your progress in the middle of a project. Oh, I went to the Scottish Highland Games here in Alaska, and I got this, it made me laugh. So I'm gonna use this for a small project bag. It says, I'm a craftaholic on the road to recovery. Just kidding, I'm on the road to the craft store. I always imagine like, yay, craft store. Made me laugh. Says it on both sides. So I did start a couple projects. You saw my my mushroom book project. This is A Season of the Heart by the Blue Flower Project. I had done 2 of the seasons last year. This year I'm going to do autumn, which is this one, and I'll have to do summer. I had summer halfway finished and I lost the entire project and I have no idea where it went. So I kind of went on to autumn. But that's decent progress. It's actually not much progress, but it's decent for as much as I got to stitch this last month. I also have made a lot of progress on my dragons. So I'm doing Dragons A Field Guide by Climbing Goat Designs. I can't remember their name now. I struggled with that for a little bit. I'm gonna hide the needle. I'm gonna pull it to the back so that you can see the project unfettered. So they are on this purple dragon. This is the one. All of the other dragons are finished, including this one that I just started and this one that I have started. But this is my project. I got some done on the border, and I got all the dragons that I'm missing started. Honestly, the next dragon comes out here in a couple days. But I am catching up. I'm very excited about that. And then I decided, since I like to do Christmas in July, I'm gonna pull out my drummers as long as I can find the pattern. This was pipers and drummers. I'm doing this for a present for my bagpipe group, which actually it's going quite nicely. I'm on the bagpipes now. I have graduated. Maybe I'll share a video with you guys about that later. I'm still a beginner on the bagpipes. I'm very much a beginner, but it's really fun to see the progression that I've made and to have a patient teacher with me and with Emery. He's not on the bagpipes, he's on the goose, which is the bagpipes but without the pipes, so it's just the bag. But he's making lots of progress, and Jackson, his younger brother, is still doing the snare drumming, which is been pretty exciting for him. I have this is the autumn that I'm working on that I just showed you earlier. It's a really neat project. So I have to catch up with my Bestitch Me fabric. I've got 2 months of Bestitch Me fabric to show you, and I'm probably not going to pull them out of their baggies just because it's a windy day and I don't want to have something fly away. So these were the fabrics for May. This is, it's a lot pinker than what it looks like, but this was Middle Earth, and I always get mine Lugana. I like how they're doing their tags now. I used to have to remember to write the month, but now they have the month for me on their tags, and so if I forget, it's no big deal. It's kind of like a camo. It reminds me of like that pink camouflage gear that you can get because it's brown and pink and mottled. It looks really cute. I like it. And then this was the neutral color fabric of the month for May. This is Gray Magic. Gray Magic. And I think it looks more blue, but it's also very pretty. It reminds me of the sky that's happening today here, or the mountains in the background even. It's very nice. These are the fabrics for this last month. These are the fabrics for June, and they always send the fabrics towards the end of the month. So I just got these in the mail this week, last week, some of the weeks. And this is Aquarius, 32 count. This is the color, and again, look at that. It's just like the mountains that I'm right next to. That is super cool. I love that. So this is Aquarius. I should do something Alaska themed. I don't know. This is the June neutral fabric of the month, and this is Mocha. It's kind of pinkish. I always imagine Mocha to be more like brown, but I've seen a lot of Mocha colors that are like pinkish. So this even might be like a lavender kind of pink, if that makes sense. This is Mocha. Very pretty too. I love Bestitch Me's fabrics, which is why I keep getting their fabrics of the month. Now they did have a Friday Night Fun Night, which is where they post a whole bunch of fabrics that are available now, and you can say, "Me please," and you can get put first or next in line to get that fabric. The fabrics are sold pretty cheap. It's about $22 to $30 per piece, depending on what it is, opal or not. They sell a lot of opal fabrics, which is really cool. And this one I managed to snag. It was the last one available. I was like, yes! So this one, it makes me smile, and I really love the fabric, but I have no clue what I would stitch on it. It's called Smog. This is Smog. It's actually pretty dark, but it has these patches of light and these green patches here. So I don't even know what you would stitch on something like this. Something light colored. Maybe a Christmas piece? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you have any ideas? Anyway, I was super excited to be able to get this fabric for their Friday Night Fun Night, and this month, they normally have giveaways the next day, but this month they chose not to have giveaways. They just gave everybody a piece of their hand-dyed fabrics. These are their special silk fabrics, and I got a whole packet. There's 5 colors. They're so pretty. I might use them for cross-stitch camp. I joined cross-stitch camp, and I did a little silhouette of the state of Oklahoma, because that's where I'm from. And I couldn't find it to show you today, but I'm sure I will find it probably as I'm going to bed tonight. So that's all the cross-stitching I have to show you today. Um, it's a really short video, but I wanted to show you guys I wanted to show you guys what we've been up to, because even though I didn't get much stitching done this month, we've been super busy. So Emery went on a 3-day backpacking adventure, and we actually canoed down the Matsu River. I think it was the Matsu River. From Jim Lake, we canoed through Jim Lake, which you can probably Google Jim Lake, Alaska. And we canoed about 7-8 miles maybe to Knik River. And it's a really big river, and they're like, stay next to the shore. It's a really fast running river. We don't want anyone to get lost, because we had our kids, and we went with the whole group. And we all ran into the sandbars, because the sandbars were all over, and my husband got out and started pushing us, and we saw people just carrying their canoes over the sandbars, and it was really difficult because the water was like calf deep. Sometimes it was only like this deep, which was surprising. But it was like slogging through waters, carrying our canoes and pushing our canoes. But we really had a blast. You can see, well, I don't know that you can see. I'm a little bit more tan than I normally am. But I got burnt. I got burnt really bad the week before. We also went on a canoeing trip through Wasilla, about the same number of miles, and I got really burnt then. And then the next week I went down the Knik River, which was really cool though. I'd never been down the Knik River. I'd only been down the Mississippi River. So going down the Knik River in Alaska was certainly an adventure for me, and I got to take all my kiddos, and my husband went with us, and it was really, really fun. I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. 4th of July just happened, and we celebrated it by having a yard sale to finish getting some petty cash for the trip that the boys and I are going on in August, which reminds me, I will not be here in the beginning of August. I just won't. I will be in the lower 48. I might do a video, but I don't think I'll be able to process it. And taking my projects down there is going to be iffy. We're going to be camping in a campground with 55,000 people. And my kids grew up in Alaska, and there's nobody. You can hear them on the roads, but we don't have 55,000 people between the whole Matsu Valley. So it's going to be kind of like a culture shock for them. They're going to be like, Mom, I didn't know there were this many people in the world. And then seeing all of the traffic and the interstate and overpasses, it's just going to be amazing for them. We are going to Mount Rushmore, and we are going to a water park, theme park area, which we're super excited about. They have also never been to one of those. So I'll probably take pictures, and maybe I'll take a video for you. I'm hoping that our computer is processing these videos better, and I'm hoping that this traffic is not bothering you too much. I know a lot of people really like calm, quiet YouTube videos. I am not one of those people that make calm, quiet YouTube videos. I have done a Flosstube in the rain before. I have done Flosstube in wind, and I have done Flosstube when people were coming onto a boardwalk, and I had to keep pausing the video. So I hope this didn't bother you too much. I'm gonna try to find an actual calm place, not by the highway next time, so that you can kind of enjoy the scenery and the nature behind me without having to deal with the noise of the traffic. So I will desperately try to do better for you next time. I really appreciated my comments on my last videos. I love you guys. I'm so glad that you're encouraged. And you know, sometimes we just have bumps in the road of life. We don't cross-stitch very much. We don't have time. We get really busy. Things get stressful. Life happens, and that's okay. But go back to what you love. So once the stressful time has calmed down a little bit, once you're not quite so busy and go all the time, go back to what you love. Spend some quiet time cross-stitching, listening to an audiobook. I love audiobooks. Right now I'm listening to The Count of Monte Cristo, and there is a reason it is a classic. It is a wonderful audiobook. The guy who is narrating it is amazing, and it's an awesome story. I'm super privileged to be able to read something that someone wrote so many years ago. The Count of Monte Cristo is the classic of the classics. It's part of where Zorro got its, the movie Zorro got its background from. There's a lot of really neat history behind the book, and I'm super excited to be listening to it. But I do that when I cross stitch. I listen to music, or watch Flosstube, or listen to books. And I hope that you guys can find some peace in the chaos that is life. And that about wraps up my Flosstube. So if you'd like to stick around and enjoy the slideshow that's coming up next, please do. And keep your chin up in all this chaos, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!